Hello, and thank you for joining me today. I am Gemma from the Crafty Little Gem, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator based here in the UK. So what we're actually going to make today is this fantastic little box. It is self-closing at the top and the sides actually go in. We've got ribbon handles and it is quite a good size. We are using this Berry Burst cardstock today, and it is 7 inches long by 5 3/4 high with a 3.5 inch wide gusset. So we will get cracking. I am not doing this bit today. You can do this bit however you like. The next one I want to be is a birthday. It's a little birthday bag, but I have cut out the white cardstock with the ivory and silver behind it, and I'm just going to wait on some more cardstock for coming for this top bit so I can do my sentiment. So we will crack on. So the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to cut our cardstock down. Now if I did this beforehand I would have got completely messed up and I would have been scoring the wrong pieces. So these are my measurements. So I'm hoping I can decipher them. We will work it out. So I need a cardstock that is 11 by 11 1/4. So we'll do the 11 first. That's the 11 by 11 1/4. So that one is up and out the way. Let's pop it somewhere where it's not covering up my things. And the next one is 11 by 12. So we just need to cut our 12 by 12 down to 11 by 12. And that is it. This is just the offcuts that we have. So we can get those out of the way. I am going to switch to my big scoring board. I do prefer it. And here we go. Let's bring that down so everyone can see what I'm doing. So this one should be the 11 1/4 by 11. Right, that's fab. So we're going to score on the 11-inch side at 7 and 10.5. We're then going to turn this. So we have the 1/2 inch at the top. It doesn't matter which way you do it, as long as sort of like your joining 1/2 inch is the same way. So we are going to score at 2 and 7 3/4. Like so. And then we're turning it back round to the 11-inch side. And we are going to, what are we going to do? Right, so what we're going to do first of all is we're going to get in the middle here and 8 3/4, 11 at 8 3/4. So I'm just going to put a notch. We're going to turn it back to the 11 1/4 side, and we are going to do a 1/4 inch score line to the second score line. So, oh no, that's a 1/4 inch. That bit's going to cut off anyway. We're going to do a 1/4 inch score line just to that second score line there. Then the 8 3/4, you're just bringing down to that first score line like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take that out of the way. Sorry, I am still trying to decipher this. It was a while ago since I did it. And from this corner here, we're going to bring it down to this cross section here. And from this notch here again, we're going to bring it down to this cross section here. We're then going to need our scoreboard back after. So we're going to bring the scoreboard back in. and we are going to, at 7 3/4, we're going to bring that down to where that diagonal score line is, and at 9 3/4 we're going to do exactly the same thing, bring that down to there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just pop it across, and we're actually going to marry up these two lines here. You don't need to go, you don't need to measure down or anything. It'll just slot in, and you can just do that there. Let me bring that up. There is a score line going across that way as well. Okay. So that is that one out of the way for now. We will bring the larger piece in, and this is the 11 by 12. So on the 11-inch side again, yes, on the 11-inch side again, we're going to score at 7 and 10.5, which gives us our half mark there. We're going to turn that to the 12, and we are going to score at 7/8 of an inch, 2 5/8 of an inch, 8 3/8 of an inch, like so. We're going to turn this back. We are going to 8 3/4. We're going to bring that down to that first score line there. Get rid of that, and we're just going to concentrate on this bit here again. So bringing that down to there, bringing that down to there. Bringing that back in, and on the 7 3/4, you're bringing it down to that line. On the 9 3/4, you're bringing it down to that line, going there, turning it round, and we are just going to match those up. So this one is longer because we have a longer tab here that's going to actually flip over, like so. So we can pop that out of the way. So what we're going to do next is we are going to pop the holes in for the handles just before we get started on anything else. I am going to grab my larger T-ruler for this and a pencil, and I'm going to bring the bag in. So we are now going to pop the holes in here. So we want it to be 1/2 inch down, so I am going to use my grid, and I'm going to pop this line, that's going to be the top of the box, next to the 0. And make sure it is straight all the way across. And then what I'm going to do is, because it's going to come down to 1/2 inch, I'm going to bring my T-square down to where that 1/2 inch is there. So it's actually going to line up with that 0. I'm going to go in 2 inches from each side. So I'm just going to pop a little mark there and a little mark at the 5. So that's 2 and 5. So that's 2 inches from that end and 2 inches from that end. And it is 1/2 inch down from this score line. We're going to repeat the same on this one. This is going to be where the top of the box is going to go. So I'm going to pop that in a straight line there. Grab my T-ruler and put my 0 mark, which is right here on the 1/2 inch line. Mark in 2 inches and mark in 5 inches. Again, so that's 2 inches from there and 2 inches from there. We're going from this edge here, which should be at the 7 inches mark. pop them out of the way, and we're just going to make a hole. So I'm just going to make a quick hole, and that's what we should have. I'm going to repeat it on this here where I've just marked those 2 holes again. They don't have to be dead on, it's absolutely fine. We're then going to fold and burnish. So I've got the larger piece. Have I got the larger piece here? Yeah, I've got the larger piece here. I'm going to fold and burnish all of the score lines. I'm not going to do this top one. I'm going to do these sides. And we can't actually do anything in here yet. I'm going to do the same with the smaller piece. And I'm going to fold that one over. We can't do that one because it's only going to there. And we're going to do that there as well. Right, so let's get some cutting done. Where are my big scissors? So this is obviously going to be a tab at the bottom, a side tab. So I'm actually going to cut up at an angle and take that wedge away from there. I'm going to cut up this score line and wedge it out from there. So let's get those away, and then concentrating on this bit here, all we're going to do is we're going to cut down that bit there, that bit there. You can then fold these, and I'm just going to take that middle bit away. Like so, and then you can actually fold that in, and you can actually bring that side in, and that is how they should actually line up, and that is how that's going to sit. Okay, we're going to do the same with the bottom on this one. So I'm going to wedge that out to that point on your 1/2 inch mark. I'm going to cut up here, we're going to do the same in this bit here. We're keeping this tab on the side because it will help us join the top of the bag up. And then you can just pop that out the way and remove this middle section here. So that should look like that. That's your extra bit that's going to go over. I am just going to check and see, because you should just be able just to pull it up. So I did. Yes. So on this bit here, as you can see, we have removed that bit there. So that's all we're going to go in and do. So where we have that score line there, you can just chop that bit off. We're going to do the same with this bit. And take that bit off. So we have that. And I'm just going to do the same with this bit on here. That's going to be covered up, but we're just going to take that 1/4 inch away. From that side. I am sure I'm making this more difficult than what it needs to be. And that is the base of our bag. So we are cutting away these big bits at the top. I'm going to run a strip of tear and tape all the way down that side. I'm going to repeat it on this one. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to join them together. But before I do that, I'm going to round the corners of this one. So just fold in that side and fold it in that side. You can do the same if you want to for these, but you might get a little bit of a funny thing there, so I'm not going to do it. But please, if you want to, that's absolutely fine. I don't know why that's just torn off. Line up this top line to this line here, and this bottom line to bottom line here. And again, you've just got your little, they should match up either side, and that can come down. You can fold this bit over, take that off, and you should just be able to fold it straight in half, and it would actually line up on its own, like so. So now you can see which one you want to be the front and the back. So I have, that bit goes in, the larger bit on your bag slots in. So then I have the smaller bit, which I have corner rounded, which isn't a problem. I'm just going to grab my other corner rounder, my small one, and I'm just going to corner round those. That will make that edge look a lot better. This will be the back, the smaller bit will be the front. They're going to be pushed in, and that's actually going to tuck. So you've got your score line here, that's actually going to tuck underneath. And slot in like so. So then you can decide, so that's my front, this is going to be my front, that's going to be my back. I'm going to switch to liquid glue because this does cover the whole of that. Excuse my arms being in the way. And I'm just going to pop them over. Turn that on its side, which this one will then, like I said before, it will be the front. And pop that, so it will be that way. You should be able to then just pop that open, get your hand in, like so, and then we are on to just the handles. So I have 20 inches of the ribbon for this, and I've just tied a knot in one end, and all I'm going to do is feed it from the inside to the outside, and then back through again. Once that end's come through, I'm going to tie a knot. Hoping to get it quite close to that end again, and pull that through. That's your handles on the inside done. We can turn it round to the other side. Again, get my next 20-inch long bit of ribbon. Popped a knot in one end and brought it through, and then brought it through the other side. Can tie a knot in this side now. Bring it close to the edge, and then you won't have much of a difference. And pulling that through, you can then make sure your ribbon is the right way And if it's not, you just twist it back like so. And like so. Turn it back, pop that in, like so, and that keeps your bag fully closed. And then I have cut a strip that is, it was just over 3.5. So it is, let's turn it the right way around and I'll get the right measurement. It is 3 9/16 by 2 9/16. That is the white piece underneath this. And then the cardstock on top that I have white embossed is 3.5 by 2.5. However, you can do whatever size topper you like for the bag. It really doesn't matter. But that is my little stay closed bag. Pop that inside and that will stay, and that is the front of that one. This one's going to be a birthday one when some more of the Berry Burst cardstock comes. This is obviously a Christmas one. Thanks ever so much everybody for watching. I hope you have a go at it and I shall see you next time. Bye bye for now.